I'm Dennis Rees, a teacher consultant with the Arizona Geographic Alliance, and I'd like to share with you a lesson I created called the Moundbuilders: Who, Where, So What. This lesson is aimed at high school level and takes 2 class periods to complete. One thing that often in American history, when we're dealing with Native Americans, that we don't do is talk about the prehistoric Native American cultures. This lesson will hopefully take care of some of that. Students in this lesson are going to gather information on the mound builders and analyze where their sites were located in order to get a better understanding of just who these people and their cultures were. We have 4 objectives. One is to read and highlight important information. A second is to complete a chart. The third is to analyze a map and complete a worksheet dealing with that map. And lastly, to write a public service announcement. The materials that you will need is the background information sheet, a transparency of that sheet, the Moundbuilder map, the Moundbuilder worksheet with the answer key, the Moundbuilder summary chart with its answer key, the Moundbuilder assessment and answer key, the writing prompt, and then markers, colored pencils, or highlighters. In the first session, you want to have students read and highlight the Moundbuilder information sheet. It's really a good idea that you model how this is done before you turn them loose to doing it on their own, because you're not going to be reading all of this together out loud. That's why I had you have a transparency of at least the first page of the handout, so that they'll see what is important information to be highlighted and what is information that can be left alone. Once that they have finished this reading, they're going to be doing a chart. The summary chart looks like this. It asks the students to, beneath each one of the 3 Moundbuilder cultures, to tell where they were located, what were the dates for that culture, what were some of the characteristics of that culture. For instance, what did their mounds look like? What did they use for tools? What kind of artwork did they do? And it also asks them in the bottom boxes, what was their impact on the environment in terms of how did they use it for growing crops, fishing, etc. There's also a PowerPoint that's good to show the students, and here's some of the slides from that PowerPoint. It's going to give them a visual on what each one of these cultures looked like. So let me show you a couple of the slides from that PowerPoint. Informationally, it's going to let the students know that they were an ancient people that lived along rivers and streams, that they lived in the eastern and southern United States, that there were actually 3 Moundbuilder cultures, one following the other, the Adena being the oldest and the Mississippian the most recent of the 3. And that these people were the ancestors of modern Native Americans who live in those areas today. This is a map showing all of the Moundbuilder settlements, and it's color-coded. It may be difficult to see on this PowerPoint, but in the PowerPoint that goes with it, it's much larger, and you can see that the settlements are located along the rivers, that they're clustered in different areas of the eastern and southern United States. Here's what, if from the PowerPoint, a Moundbuilder settlement would have looked like. And you can see, because of the mound there in the background, that's why they're known as Moundbuilders. They explain in the PowerPoint, as well as the handout, that the mounds were used for a variety of purposes. We also show in the PowerPoint some of the artwork that they created. This is another mound. Once you've done the reading, the chart, you've looked at the PowerPoint, you're going to pass out this map for the students to analyze. This map shows not all of the Moundbuilder sites, but some of the major ones from each of the cultures. They'll use that map to complete this worksheet answering some questions. One thing that you probably are going to want them to do with the map before they begin to answer questions is to go over all of the rivers and streams with either a blue colored pencil or a blue highlighter so that those stand out better. And emphasize with them also that the civilizations couldn't have existed if they had not been near a river. Students, for an assessment, will complete a 10-question true-false quiz. And then we get into the public service announcement. It comes with a writing prompt explaining what it is that they're supposed to be writing about, and then it has a rubric with it, a checklist, telling them these are the things you should include in your writing, your public service announcement. You can take the map worksheet and use that for a social studies grade. 80% is mastery. The true-false can be used for reading comprehension. Again, 80% is considered mastery. And the public service announcement is your writing grade. Using the 6 traits rubric, a 4 or higher in each of these areas, ideas and content, organization and conventions, would be considered mastery. As extensions, you could have them do a similar thing, gathering information and reporting it on the ancient cultures of the American Southwest. Here are the sources that were used to find the information on each of the cultures. And this lesson, I think the students will find very interesting because it is about a group of people, especially for children in the Southwest, that they've probably never heard of before.